All right, so it's your girl Jynnette the Oracle, and I'm here to give the tarot spiritual guidance for the month of May. And this is going to be for the sign of Pisces. So if you have a Pisces rising, sun, moon, or north node, this is going to be for you. Of course, if you know how to hack your chart, then you can also pay attention to this reading for that particular house in your chart. But if you've been following me for a while, you know that I haven't been here the past few weeks for Oracle Talks. YouTube changed their settings and didn't allow, or no longer allows, live streaming uh, stream through the laptop. So as you can see, as we're watching, that got resolved. So I'm super excited for the live readings. So those are going to come back here every Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's when I do weekly channeled reading and also open Q&A. So if you want to join in, feel free to do so at that time. Also, I want to let you know that the enrollment for semester 2 of my Lightworker Academy is available. I am now offering 3 different courses for you to choose from. So be sure to go to my website, innersinalchemy.com, to check those out and to see what you like and what you might want subscribers, so I don't have these restrictions anymore. That'd be great. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's get started. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Your energy for the month is fortune, the wheel of fortune. Divine timing. Divine timing. Things are shifting. Things are shifting in a really big way. So let's see what this is about for you. Six of Swords. Just having a higher mind. Interesting. I'm hearing stay grounded. Stay grounded. But in general, you normally are grounded, I think. Well, I mean, Pisces. Yeah, you're okay. I get why you need to stay grounded, because the central energy is the unknown. The central energy is the unknown. Very interesting. So I guess why this emperor here as the action to take in order to embody this higher mind, this higher perspective is coming through, is because maybe you either have a tendency to really get in your head and be your own worst enemy, or get overwhelmed emotionally. Overwhelmed meaning, like, because there's so many opportunities or things opening up that you don't know what to do or where to go or how to be. And then you end up sabotaging yourself, or the triggers of whatever hinders you comes up and makes a decision, instead of you actually making the decision consciously in a way that's in alignment with what you want. So, I mean, you're in a place of incredible power and manifestation. You are very much connected to your higher, what is needed, and paying attention to the foundations of what's actually important. What I love about the Emperor is he doesn't do everything. He does what's for him to do. So this isn't the person that like has necessarily their hands in a lot of different things, although there can be multiple streams of income, but this is a very precise, specific, and focused energy. It makes really clear, concrete decisions. If something's not working, this person cuts it out, and they're done and they move on. But they think about things for the long term. And this is divine masculine energy. But the divine masculine energy is not the divine feminine, right? And that should be obvious, but maybe it's not. So the divine feminine energy is the one that does have its hand in many different areas because it is the formless, it is chaos. That's not the job of the masculine. The masculine simplifies, the masculine brings structure and order, which necessarily means that not everything gets done. Possibly. I'm not sure. I don't necessarily think that this is going to be hard for you, especially because you're already sitting in that deeper wisdom space. I think it's really going to be more so a matter of just staying connected to your heart as you make these higher decisions about what requires your focus. So, yeah, there might be a lot of opportunities that are coming up, but you don't have to engage with all of them because that's also a form of sabotage. It's interesting, like the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy very much can be a catch-22. And that's why the balance of Jupiter and Saturn are so important because Jupiter doesn't provide restriction, which is what this energy is. Saturn does. Saturn would be more the Emperor card, creating form and structure so that there can be a propagation of the abundance. But Jupiter just brings opportunities like the floodgates. And where we have to sit in our mastery, sit in our divine masculine energy is to make sure that we have the container set up to actually receive what's being brought. Right? Like, so if you have a 1 cup container, but Jupiter is bringing you a gallon of water, you're only going to be able to take advantage of the 1 cup. Now, the other side of that as well, too, is you may be brought like a whole slew of different beverages to choose from, but not all of those are necessarily going to be good for you. So this is also a caution to not say yes to everything because your energy could be better used in other areas, possibly that creative energy, your resources, your time, whatever. Yeah, so there's a lot of maturity there that's coming through. Interesting. Okay. Moving on, relationships. So for those of you who are in committed partnerships already or even married, we have this card here of danger, number 38. So what's that about? Let's see. Committed partnerships for Pisces. This danger, clarification on that. Ace of Cups and 8 of Swords on the grounds of this mystery. This is interesting to have in a committed partnership because this would be a message for me of like opening your heart and being scared about that or being worried about that because it's unknown. But if you're already in a committed partnership, wouldn't your heart already be open? Maybe it's not. Maybe you've just been going through the machinations of love and relationships and it's actually more than you thought it would be. It's giving you an opportunity to open up more than you thought it would be. So that's a possibility. Now, this could also, with the Ace of Cups, this could talk potentially about a pregnancy and stress and worry about that if it's going to happen. There's a lot of unknowns, so maybe there's issues around that. This also could talk about protecting the sanctity of the relationship. So if there's a lot of outside friends, family, interference of the partnership. You got to block that out. Now, this is not to say that you block out support for the union, but if there's too much outside interference, you gotta cut that out. But I do think it's important for committed partners to have an outside support system that's neutral ground for both people, meaning it's not anyone's family and it's not anyone's friend. So marriage and family therapist, some general counselor, what have you, but it has to be a neutral party, preferably a professional, who is committed to, whose job it is literally to make sure that each person individually is showing up healed and whole, as well as the dynamic between the two being healthy. Okay, so yeah, whoever needs to hear that. Now, for those of you who are single and looking, or if you are actually dating one or more options, we have the Faith card. So if you're single and looking, keep the faith that there is love possible for you. If you are having a couple options, I would say trust your intuition about what's there. We have the two of wands. So there is some kind of decision, and the star on the basis of the lovers. This is some powerful energy. If you are single and looking, you need to put yourself out there. Like, this is a non-negotiable. There's no excuse for you this month, point blank, period. There is no excuse for you to not be out and about, because the energy in the environment has shifted to bring you something that's going to be more in alignment with what you want. Now, whether or not the person that you potentially know, but the quality of what you're going to come across and the experiences you get to have this month are going to be, if you are already dating someone or have a couple of options, this may be a month where you really do need to choose, and the choice needs to be on who is actually in alignment with your long-term goals. Because, you might be choosing between two people. And anybody that we date is a soulmate. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I would say this is probably going to be a sense of like a twin flame connection or a true divine counterpart connection, because, I mean, the lovers is just soulmate in general, but that's anybody, right? But with the star here, there's something even deeper. Okay. I'll leave that alone. For career, we have the card Fear. Interesting. What's that about? So this is whether you work for someone else or if you work for yourself. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus. So this could be a boss. Or if you work for yourself, some kind of authority or expectation that you're bumping up against. It's on the basis of the Six of Cups, which is actually Scorpio energy. So this is interesting, this juxtaposition. Let me tune into this for a second. Because this Fear is a 9, and the snake here also can talk about transformation. If you work for someone else, nothing is going to be changing there. Taurus, the bull, does not move. So if you've been wondering about that, if things are going to change, they're not. And you need to resolve yourself to that fact. And this is talking about some literal fears that you have about it. And it's going to be related to your belief systems, and you have to address it. And you're going to be forced to address it this month. It's going to be stuff triggered around that. Let me get some more clarification though. Oh, I didn't realize there were other cards that had come out. Huh. Never mind. And where you have freedom and where you can grow and what you can shift into. So, yeah, what I just said for those two scenarios. Take what you need. All right, lastly, for money, we have this card of giving. We got the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles on the basis of the 7 of Pentacles. So literally money. Financial independence and financial freedom. You may be actually thinking about what these two things mean for you. What the difference is between financial independence and financial freedom. And shifting your mindset about that. Opening your mind about what that means and what you want, at least at this next stage of your life, and how to invest your resources as it relates to that. I don't know why this side of my face is itching so much. Nothing there, but okay. I just saw 1844, so maybe you need to listen to your angels or your spirit team about that. But yeah, I am getting the sense that you need to think bigger and broader. There will be some shifts that you can make right now, but not much. It's going to be small changes. Small changes. Okay, let's go week by week for the month of May for Pisces. So week 1. Also, just to finish with the money stuff, because you had such strong energy there, like money is fine for you right now. So I don't think there should be a cause for concern. That energy is telling me that your needs are being met, and probably also your wants. Okay, top of the month, first week, 10 of Swords. So this is stress, but it's also the closing out of some kind of cycle. Now, it could also literally be talking about being stabbed in the back. So if there is some stuff going on at work, especially if you have the fear card up there, just be careful of that energy. Just be careful. I mean, obviously your money is not going to be affected this month, but you know, betrayal is still betrayal, right? So it's not like a job loss or anything. Second week, 4 of Pentacles. So, well, if there is some kind of sense of betrayal, regardless of the context, whether it's work or relationships, friendships, what have you, I'm definitely getting the classic vibe of this card of like closing up, having the boundaries, and just like the shell is in place. The walls are up and you're conserving your energy, conserving your resources. So there is a sharp correction, excuse me, in the first half of the month. Third week, we have the King of Pentacles. So again, your money's fine. You have everything that you need and want, but I think that's going to be in that first half of the month more interpersonal. Ooh, devil card. Who else had devil? I think Virgo had the devil in the 4th week. But relationship stuff, actually, it could go work or actual romantic relationships. And I can see that going either way for you as well too. Because we got fear in career and we got danger in those of you who have committed partnerships, not the single folks or the dating folks, but yeah, so but I think you already probably know what area of life this is going to be for you, but Virgo definitely is going to have some message in there for you. So watch that video, Pisces. Regardless, though, Ace of Wands. So whatever is happening, it's not stopping this new beginning. I mean, you got the Wheel of Fortune as your energy, so it's not something that you're creating on yourself. It's just here because it's supposed to be, because it's a timing. So let's get clarification on week 1 with that 10 of Swords. I don't know if you can hear the kids out there since I have the headphones on, but it's cute. Okay, so Queen of Wands and Justice on the basis of the King of Wands. So we have masculine and feminine. So this very much could be relationship stuff, guys. Actually be a decision to divorce with the 10 of Swords, or a decision to end a relationship or to separate flat out. And if that's the case, like, this has been building for a while. This isn't a tower where if this is a work situation, this could be a battle of the minds of two people in power and control, whether regardless of gender is there, and something about contracts with Justice here. But with Justice, no one really, ultimately, no one, as for everyone, our job is to walk in integrity with what we have to do. So fulfill your part of your commitment. Let the cards fall where they may, but as long as you do what you're supposed to do, you won't actually face actual destruction if you stay on top of your karmic duties based on the agreements that you have or that you made. So if this is a work context, like if you work for somebody else, you are an equal player. If you work for yourself, I think this is saying that it's time for you to let yourself explore a little bit more creatively. Because the Queen is going to initiate some newness. The King maintains the status quo, keeps things going, but the Queen brings in new energy. So maybe you've exhausted existing ideas and you need to shift into something new. All right, second week with the 4 of Pentacles. Definitely watch that Virgo reading, Pisces, okay? Because, yeah. And I think Libra also had a lot of the same energy, but because specifically Virgo is your opposite sign, at least watch that. And also watch the signs that have a lot of planetary activity in it. So you might also want to watch Capricorn, because Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node are there. If you want, but Virgo for sure. Okay, so clarification on this week 2 energy for Pisces with the, all right, that's too many cards. With the 4 of Pentacles, please. Oh, okay. I mean, Fool and Page of Cups with the King of Swords. So if there was that separation, especially in a romantic context in the first week, you literally are starting a new path and going on the process of healing your heart with the Page of Cups. And you're grounded in yourself, seeing things clearly. If this is work, you are choosing to reconcile wherever you can, and having a different mindset so that you can have a new experience moving forward. You're not going to give ground, but you're basically, this is the energy, I think, of staying in your lane and keeping yourself light. Like, this isn't emotional energy. So you may have felt really wronged with that Ten of Swords energy, but you're not actually letting this affect your heart, and this is actually not letting you shift how you show up to people around you. So that's good. Or that's the guidance, is don't be bitter. Work is just work. And if you're working for someone else or for a corporation, that's not a reflection of you, whatever's going on out there. So it's not something for you to fix. So don't get caught up in it, because Pisces likes to fix things and likes to be the savior. Let that shit go. All right. Third week, King of Pentacles. Clarification for this for Pisces. So this is going to be that time when we shift into Gemini energy with the sun. Well, this is always some new beginning for sure. Usually when it takes the cards a while to come out is because, like, it's really trying to pick up like what the new path is, because you have the Ten of Swords, which is the ending of a cycle, and then the Fool had literally come out. So tuning back in, then the highest trajectory experience for Pisces, assuming that they make this shift and choose the higher choice in how they show up, staying in their heart, staying clear, staying focused, not being drawn down into the emotions. Fool again, on the basis of Empress, which is that wealth and abundance, very much that King of Pentacles energy. So whatever the transition is that's happening, like, this is still permeating through this week 3, through the full moon period, and you're opening up, continuing to open up into something new. This is really creative energy, which is good. Opulence, abundance. All right, now the Devil card, week 4, because that's a lot of newness. So what's this Devil that's showing up? What's this about? Oh, Pisces, you're in your head. This is internal fears. Are you getting stuck in your head with the Eight of Swords on the basis of the Seven of Cups? Was this you or Aquarius? But didn't we just say, or didn't I just tell you about not letting all the options distract you and get you in your head? Didn't we just discuss this? That's exactly what's happening in this 4th week. Don't sabotage yourself. I could totally see this happening, Pisces. Please don't do that, because you have 2 weeks of amazing openness, opportunities coming in, and it might just be so open and new and fresh that you revert back to this. And this, even though this is not a Virgo card, but this is an energy that both Virgo and Pisces, this axis, you guys do all the time. Please do not derail yourself, because this is internal derailment. Don't let yourself get distracted by everything that's on here is not the best for you. It's not. Be the emperor. Focus. You don't have to say yes to everything. Wow. Okay. Closing guidance. Closing guidance for you, Pisces. Closing guidance for my Pisces folks. Prince of Swords. On the basis of the Chariot, which is the heart, this is Cancer. Stay on top of your mind, Pisces. Because the victory is yours. Like, this isn't like the Chariot is the card of victory. Like, it's, and as I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, what's yours is yours. It's timing, it's karma. Like, this is not a question or a matter of what's coming, what's available, and if you're going to make it or whatever it is, what's going on in relationships, whatever it is. Your mind, get control of this. Stay, and if you have control, stay in control of your mind so that you can wield this chariot effectively. You are going to have some challenges for sure. And it's going to be either work or it's going to be committed partnerships or both. Because I'm reading for a collective here. I really hope it's not all of that for you guys. You know, but if it is all of that, I would say it's getting cleared out because it needs to get cleared out so you can shift into something new. I definitely, though, at least for the committed partnership stuff, there very, very well may be a breakup. But again, it's not coming out of the blue. You already would know. I'm really curious. Please let me know in the comments how this is affecting your life, Pisces, because this is a very actually unique reading. There's been some interesting ones, but this is there's a lot of pivotal changes that are happening for you this month. But regardless, it's a new path. You're breaking free into something new. So there's that. If you would like to book a private session, please go to my website, innersinalchemy.com, to do so. But otherwise, I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon, God willing.